Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Discovery Bay, Hong Kong, China. My name is Scott Yang, and I'm your host for tonight. This is the IIHF Ice Hockey U18 World Championship Division 3 Group A. We are in day 4 of the tournament, and this is going to be the last game for today. The hosts, Hong Kong, China, will play Israel in this round robin game. It's game number 9 of the tournament. And today, Bulgaria played New Zealand. Turkey and Uzbekistan also played. Both very close and exciting games. And Hong Kong versus Israel. Israel is currently the second-ranked team. Two games played, won them all. They are currently unbeaten at 2 games, 2-0. If they can win this game outright in regulation, they would catapult over Uzbekistan and take over first spot overall. Hong Kong, China won yesterday night's game against Bulgaria, but they lost to Uzbekistan in their first game, so they are 1-0-1 with 3 points in 4th place right now. If a win over Israel, they could move into 3rd place overall. A lot's at stake today. 16 from all around the world trying to fight for the single promotion berth in the division. The winner of the division at the end of the tournament will get to play in Division 2B next season. The last ranked team will have to be relegated to Division 3B the next season. Huge turnout today. Flags waving. We see Israel flags. We see the Hong Kong SAR flag. And face-off is right now. Hong Kong in the white jersey and Israel in blue jersey. Starting the game for Israel, number 14, David Redniaga. Redniaga and number 6, Zitzerman. Zitzerman is one of the most, well, actually the most important player in my opinion for Israel. For Hong Kong to get any success against this team, they will have to find a way to shut Zitzerman down. Hong Kong being on average, the smaller team, they would have to utilize their speed and passing abilities to infiltrate the defense of Israel. And don't forget, Israel can hit, they can shoot, and they also have speed. Which one of these two teams will come out ahead? We'll soon find out. The first minute gone in the first period. Now Zitzerman coming all the way, and Hong Kong hits a shot, hits the post. Hong Kong is in penalty trouble early on in the game. It's one of the recurring issues for Team Hong Kong China. It's their inability to stay out of the box. Going into the box, number 17, Wek Tin Lok, known to the locals as Jovi. And Israel, the second-ranked team in the division right now, will enjoy a 2-minute man advantage over Hong Kong, China. Redniaga to the back. Arthur Charniak. Zitzerman calling for the puck on the right point. Charniak to Zitzerman. Zitzerman, a couple of moves, very nice pass, cross ice, goalie made the save. All that cheering for sure, but it's also an example of how dangerous this Israeli team is. Look at their pinpoint passing. Face-off in Hong Kong, China is a long shot through traffic, deflected behind the net. Hong Kong takes up the puck. and shoots it down the ice. Hong Kong on ice, number 10, Ethan Lau, number 21, Chu Chi Chinduo, number 7, Wang Qing Yu. Israel, sharp angle shot, this one to the back of the net, to the back of the boards. Graves to Zitzerman, back to Graves. Look at how well they pass the puck. And here is another save made by goalie Rexton Chui. Number 1 for Israel, the goalie Michael Kozlov. He's played every single game in this tournament. We've yet to see backup goalie Nick Gordon play for Israel. And the referees for today from Japan, Masa Hashimoto. Linespersons from Japan, Motoaki Shoda, and from Chinese Taipei, Yang Changlin. Four players tangled up. Hong Kong attempted to get the puck out, and they do. Cheers from the local fans. Huge turnout today. Here is Israel on the right side, still 49 seconds remaining in the power play. Charniak circling around the net, checked into the boards by number 2, IX10. That's a check from behind. The referee decided to let play go on. Here is number 18, Zhang. Zhang tipped the puck into the neutral zone. Here is Zitterman, saved by the goalie Rexton Chui. Huge crowds, gives me goosebumps. Here's Fuchs. Zitterman and Fuchs is Gagarin, number 23. Fuchs heads back to corral the puck. 17:04 remaining, 12 seconds remaining of the power play. Israel with speed from the left side tries to get into the slot and bumped away by the Hong Kong defender. Hong Kong having troubles getting the puck out of their own zone, and now that's it for their penalty. Good penalty kill for Hong Kong, China. Wat Tin Lock fresh out from the penalty box, tries to move past the first one. Doesn't like what he sees, so he skates back. Wait for his teammates to get in place. Wat Tin Lock goes in all the way, move past the first defender, past the second, on the goal line, centering pass. Keeps the puck in the zone, a long shot, goalie had a piece of it, puck went behind the net. In behind for Israel, Arthur Charniak gets up, picks up the puck, flips it up. Brendan Lamb sends it into the neutral zone. Here's the Hong Kong 2-on-2, shoots and they score! Their number 24, Henrik Pang. Henrik Pang moving in all alone. Partially screened, he went far side. Goalie is probably screened for the shot. Let's take another look from this angle. Yes, he was. He missed when the puck left the stick, the blade. And it was this nanoseconds, milliseconds of the difference that the goalie was unable to determine the trajectory of the shot. Great work from our cameraman, Mr. Timmy Poon, capturing all the wonderful details for our viewers from all around the world. Hong Kong had the early lead. Here is Pang. Tim Pang feeds it back. Long shot gloved down by Michael Kozlov for the face-off. Hong Kong, China coming out with a pop. Very, very high energy, high-paced tempo, using their advantage to the best. And Israel coming back, number 19 Fuchs, going behind the net, centering pass. A long shot hit Witzelman's skate. And now Hong Kong, Tim Pang going in on the right side, along the corner. knocked down, but kicked the puck back to his teammate. Borderline interference call there, non-call, but borderline interference there. Hong Kong, China do need to watch out for penalties, as they have the tendency of bringing themselves into the hole of penalties over the past 2 games. Under 15 minutes to go in the opening period. Hong Kong going in, blocking the shot. Alex Chan now in turn he takes a hit. Israel trying to come out with the puck on the right flank, dumping it in. Graves has the puck, circling back around. Hong Kong has the puck on the right side. Number 22, Brandon Lui with a long shot. This one wide. Over on the left side, Hong Kong picks up the rebound, sends it back in down deep. Israel and Hong Kong along the boards. Here comes Hong Kong with a shot. This is a nice shot. Shot by Brandon Lui to the near side. Goalie made a blocker save. Here comes another race for the puck. Getting to the puck is Kabasha. Kabasha gets the puck from behind the net. Escape the check. Still continue to protect the puck, and now Hong Kong with Ao Hui Young with the puck. 6 minutes played. Hong Kong, this is offside. A stride too early for the puck. It would have been a very nice breakaway chance. He wasn't at the exact location needed to get the puck for the breakaway. And now face-up goes all the way back to where the pass originated. 13:51 remaining in the opening period. Now we have Lo Ching Kwang, who's known as Kenny Lo. Sends it down for the chase. Israel, number 4, Demian Alexandrovich. Here's Lau, Ethan Lau on the left flank, pressing the puck down behind the net. A slash there, and Israel with speed. The rush uninterrupted. In front of the net is number 4, Alexandrovich. Hong Kong, China needs to pay attention to the opponent stationed right in front of the goalie. Here comes Israel on the right side with number 14, David Refniaga. Refniaga sends it back on the point. Long shot, screen the shot. Very nice save by Rexton Chui. Next to impossible. A little sloppy change there by Hong Kong, China. Here's an interception by Arthur Charniak. Graves, one of the speedier forwards on the Israeli team, brought down. No call by the referee, Hashimoto. Isaac Chan sends it down to the right flank. Wet pin lock. Israel sends it down deep with a dump and chase. Here's Israel calling for a penalty. The referee said not. Fuchs on the left side. Timmy Pang, number 24, trying to fight for puck possession, and now Israelis get it into the corner, around the board, sends it out. Long shot, goalie made a save. Rebound, goalie made another save. A wonderful save by Rexton Choi. And here's another shot, this one wide. Rexton Chui earning praises and cheers from the local fans around the rink. Huge turnout, more and more people joining the game here. Number 11, Wong, David Wong gets into the offensive zone down deep, sends it back to Wang Qingyu. Wang backhands it up front for a change himself. Hong Kong, number 8, Wang Chan Lam. Up there, and it's another goal. Hong Kong, China up by 2 goals. It's a long shot. And what happens after the shot? Here's the other angle. Stationed in front of the net, number 11, David Wong, completely, entirely unchecked. It's a mistake made by Israel, and Hong Kong. China capitalized on the mistake in scoring their second goal of the night. And the fourth place team all of a sudden is looking very hopeful to move up the standings. Israel sends the puck down. They beat out the icing call. Going up front, pinned down on the corner. Hong Kong, China, number 5, Alexander Jerk gets it. Alexander Jerk sends it down. Centering attempt. Israel trying to send it back into the neutral zone, blocked by Hong Kong. And a long shot. This one, not a very good save. Goalie wasn't quite close to the post. Here is another shot, deflected out of bounds. Michael Kozlov, in his 2 games, he was 81.48% in terms of saves percentage. Goals against, 5 goals allowed on average. Today, early on, he doesn't seem to be playing at his best. Here's a blocker save by Kozlov. Hong Kong shot in the slot, and they managed to keep it in the zone. And we have a whistle, and we have a player down. Anytime when there's a player down for such a long period and not able to get up on his own accord is not a good sign for hockey players. Player in question, he took a shot off the leg, blocking a shot, and he seems to be okay as he returns to the bench for medical attention. Here's a shot for Tim Peng. .9:22 remaining. Here comes Fuchs. Israel having problems getting to the net for the first half of the period. They can't seem to quite keep up with the speed of Hong Kong, China. And this Hong Kong team using their speed very, very well today. There's Henrik Peng, number 24, sent it back to Wat Tin Lock. For Isaac Chan with a long shot. Lo Ching Kwong on the left side sent it back to Henrik Peng behind the net. Peng looking for a pass. Very well done cycling the team. Wet chin lock going into the slot, and he shoots, and that was high. Puck bounced behind the net. Rebound picked up by Israel, and he sent it back down the ice, and that would be icing. And the Israelis are not allowed to change. Must say a little surprised with the result. In terms of the team standings and statistics, Israel in second place and Hong Kong in fourth place. Hong Kong didn't have a great showing against Uzbekistan on the first night. They lost 6-2. I recall, I could be wrong. Yesterday they showed everyone what they can do when they won by a huge margin against Bulgaria. Hong Kong, China still with a 2-goal lead. Yves Gasnachiev. Hong Kong with a shot right in the slot, picking up the puck from a missed pass. Shirk, Alexander sent it down deep. Goalie made the save, and the puck bounced behind him. Zitterman from their own zone, all the way in with speed. Sharp angle shot. Alexander Shirk bats the puck away with his palm. Hong Kong narrowly escaping a check into the boards. Here comes number 3. Gao Wei Ran with a shot. Goalie made the save. That's Michael Kozlov. Here comes head into the boards, and we have a penalty. And now more players going at each other. First, a Hong Kong player bumping an Israeli player into the boards, and then Israel returned the favor. Now the referee has to sort everything out along with the linesmen. We'll see what Masa Hashimoto will have to say. Hayek Chan wants to talk to the referee, and referee says, well, not so much, but let me sort things out first. There's a cross check for Israel, and also another cross check on Hong Kong. There's 2 minutes on both sides. It's a coincidental minor. The teams to play 5-on-5. Referee Masa Hashimoto very calm, keeping a cool head. It's not an easy job facing a full house tonight. Lots of fans showing up for Israel as well. So it's a 5-on-5. Hong Kong with the face-off win. Long shot. Screen. The goalie made a pad save. Wang Tian Lam with the long shot and a dump. Hong Kong keeps it in. Shayla Graves with the puck. Flips it up. And here's the chase for the puck. Could not beat the icing call. And Shaylen Graves or Zitterman not happy with the call. Backhanded the puck away from the linesman. .6:18 remaining in the period. 2-0 Hong Kong. Brad Tinlock with the face-off win. Goes behind the net. Sends it to Henrik Peng. Intercepted by Israel. Now we have a 2-on-3. A slash there. Here's a shot, goalie made the save. And Hong Kong players look quick to get in front of Rexton Tui, the goalie, to give him some protection. Thanks to DB Rink for allowing us to use this wonderful facility for the IIHF Ice Hockey U18 World Championships. Very supportive group. Provided a lot of help throughout the competition. Here's Hong Kong with another chance. A centering pass intercepted and blocked by Israel. Hong Kong on the right flanks. Pinned down onto the boards. Hong Kong gave an Israeli player a check into the boards. In return, 5.5 minutes to go. Israel having all sorts of problems breaking out from their own zone. I don't know what the coaches in Hong Kong did, but whatever it was, it sure is working. Wet-tin Lock with a nice move. Gives it to Henrik Peng. Here comes Wet-tin Lock, and here's the shot. Goalie made the save. Here's another long shot. Goalie had a piece of it. Rebound picked up by Henrik Peng behind the net. Going for the puck, Damian Alexandrovich sends it back into the neutral zone. Alexander Churk with a long shot. This one a flopper. Goalie gloved it down, leaves it for his teammate for the offensive chance. Here is Israel going from the left. Direct shot. Goalie made the save and decided to hold on to the puck with 4:33 remaining in the opening period. Right now the momentum is all on the Hong Kong side as Israel is struggling to find their footing in this game. Isaac Chan from behind the net sends it up. Israel coming in, Shayla Breeze on the right, Zitterman backhands it towards the net, way high and wide. Hong Kong China with the rebound. And Israel number 3, Yves Kasnachiev. Zitterman with the shot deflected wide. Graves could not get a hold of the puck. Here's Hong Kong, Tim Peng on the left side. Centering pass, nobody gets it. Puck slides back into the neutral zone. Number 12, Isaac Chan gets it. Sends it to the left. Returns it back to Isaac Chan. Ao Hui Yung with the receive, but that pass was outside. 3:21 remains. Hong Kong still with a 2-goal lead over Israel. Wet-tin Lock. Goes past 2, goes past the 3rd, tries to go past the 4th one. It doesn't work in this level. Here comes Israel, a 3-on-1. Israel unable to make that pass. Great defending by number 21, Zhu Chi-Jinwo, I believe. Here is Israel, tries to jam it in. Hong Kong gets it out. Wet-tin Lock. Clears it into the neutral zone, going back for a change. Fuchs cuts in, shoots wide. Israel looking dangerous in the past couple of minutes. They've been getting more and more chances and rushes. Here comes another shot by Daniel Fuchs, right in front of the goalie. Wet and knocked. Players exchanging a shot. Here is a check from behind into the Hong Kong bench. Referee Masa Hashimoto decided not to call a penalty. Under 2 minutes to go in the opening period. Hong Kong still leading by 2 goals. Here comes Israel. It's an offside call. Now Hong Kong players will need to stay calm. There will be shoves and pushes. But what the last thing they need now is to lead by 2 goals and all of a sudden go into penalty trouble. And we do have players going into the bench. Both players gone. Could have been a power play for Hong Kong and now there is none. I understand the emotions, as I was once young, many years ago, so I do understand. But when you're on the ice wearing the jersey representing where you live, sometimes you just have to put the team above yourself. And every single thing you do on the ice will have to be beneficial for the team's success in a tournament. And now it's a 5-on-5 due to the coincidental penalties. Here's a long shot left down by Rexton Choi, as he has been the reason why Hong Kong is up by 2 goals. Minute 42 remaining in the opening period. Face off in the Hong Kong zone. And just keep it, watch out for those Israelis. They are looking more and more dangerous over the past 2 minutes. Here comes Israel, centering pass. Here are 2 players tangled into each other. And players exchanging words. Who's going on? Shayla Graves going into the box. Roughing penalties. And again, we have coincidental roughing penalties. As I said over and over again, this could have been a power play for either team. And when you can't keep your cool, you don't gain an advantage for your team. And that is something the coaches will have to work on with their players. Yes, you are leading 2 goals, or you're losing by 2 goals, but things could change very quickly. Looking at how Israel is playing over the past few minutes, surely they're going to come back scoring. Here comes Israel with an odd man rush, 3-on-2. Now it's a 2-on-3. Bitzoven sends it behind the net for Rapniaga. Under a minute to go. Here is Henrik Pang on the left side, showing off his stick handling skills. Sends it to the right. Decided not to shoot. Now puck is back into the own zone. Rapniaga chasing behind it. 40 seconds to go in the period. 2 with the puck on the left. Sharp angle shot, goalie made the save. Didn't quite know where the rebound was. And now here's number 7, Wang Qingyu. Back to Wang. Long shot hits a leg. Puck ends up with Yves Kasnachiev. Hong Kong from behind the net tries to center it. Intercepted by Israel. Daniel Fuchs. 5 more seconds to go. Bring it back. That should do it for the opening period. Hong Kong, China leading by 2 goals, and just before the end of the period there is another penalty, and that one's going on the board. I believe it's a penalty on Israel. We're trying to find out. Yes, it's on Israel to number 19, Daniel Fuchs. This is going to be what the coaches must go over with their players on both teams. If you want to win in a short tournament like this, you need to be able to take advantage of every single thing you can get out of a game, including power plays. And with that, Israel goes into the intermission with a penalty on the scoreboard. And when they begin the second period, they will start a man short. After the first period, 2-0 is the score. Hong Kong leading by 2 goals. My name is Scotty Yang. I'll see you after this. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to DB Ice Rink in Discovery Bay, Hong Kong, China. We are playing the third game of today. 2026 IIHF Ice Hockey U18 World Championship Division 3 Group A. Round Robin Game 9. It's Israel against the hosts, Hong Kong, China. One period gone, Hong Kong, China leading Israel with a score of 2-0. Here is again the standings. With a win, Hong Kong could leapfrog over Turkey into second or third place overall. Stats in the first period, pretty even, 18-16 in terms of shots. Pretty high energy, free-flowing game as lots of shots in the first period. Many penalties, lots of penalties in the first period as well. So we're ready for the start of the second period. Teams have exchanged sides. Hong Kong now playing from the left side of the screen, and Israel on the right-hand side in the blue jersey. Here we go, period number 2 is underway. Hong Kong with the face-off win. Hong Kong up front, point shot, screened and in front of the net. Players pushing around each other. After the intermission, coaches at ample time talking over strategy and play with their players. We'll see what the coaches have done over the past 18 minutes. Daniel Fuchs, before the first period ended, he took a slashing penalty, which is completely unnecessary, and he's now in the box for 2 minutes. Hong Kong, China starting the second period with a man advantage. Minute 36 remaining. Up by 2 goals. What are they going to do? Hong Kong head coach Michael Piharo, and for Israel, coach Mikhail Kozenvichnov. Zay with a sideway pass, shot, goalie gloved it down for a face-off in his own zone. 1 minute and 9 seconds remaining in the power play. Still in net, Michael Kozlov, number 25, the goalie for Israel, and for Hong Kong, number 1, Rexton Chui. Rexton has been awesome. Sorry, I can't find any other word. With a 95% save percentage, the highest of all goalies in the tournament. Oh, that's a good shot. Goalie made a bad rebound. The rebound shot just wide. Here's another long shot. This one high. Rexton Chui with a goals against average of 1.33. Kozlov with a save here. In comparison, Michael Kozlov on the Israeli side, 5 goals against, which is not bad in this tournament. 81.48% save percentage. Here is a long shot, and he score. And number 12, Isaac Luca Chen with the goal. Now they're up by 3. Fresh off the face-off, sends it past the goalie's trapper. And now Hong Kong, China up by 3 goals. The linesman, for some reason, looking for the puck. Very passionate fans in the audience today. Here's a slash, uncalled. Here's Zitzerman. Yet to see the speed and the dangers of Zitzerman. He's going to show up. He's on the right side being brought down. No penalties. The Israeli bench called for one. Here comes Zitzerman on the right again, pinned down into the boards. Hong Kong, China, unable to clear it. Passing to Zitzerman, and a rebound, and the nets is off. And now Zitzerman is down. We also have another Hong Kong player down. Look at the shot. That's the first save. Goalie thought he didn't have it. And then his own teammate sent it off the danger zone. And now the net's off. And Cherniak just joined. Cherniak, number 11 for Israel, just joined the team along with the medical trainer. Presumably with some sort of an injury. Surely that has been treated. Still 5-on-5 play in the Hong Kong zone. Rev Niaga facing off against number 9 Ao Hui-Yung. Al goes back, takes a hit in front of the net. Zitterman and a rebound of both shots saved by Rexton Chui. Chui exceptionally played tonight as he continues his amazing performance in this tournament. Here comes number 3, Gao Wei-ran. Not the cleanest change. Here comes Hitch. Remember the shot, goalie with the blocker save. But this continues. Our highlight reel is going to be all Rexton Chui. Here comes Wet Tin Lock with a chip pass. Shot, goalie made the save. Rebound picked up by Hong Kong. Took a hit along this way. Number 24, Henrik Peng with the puck. Henrik gets it to Wet Tin Lock. Wet tries a centering pass, takes a hit along this way. Israel banks it off the boards, and we have a whistle. Let's look at that amazing save we had with Rexton Chui. Look at Zitterman all alone in front of the goalie. Now, Rexton made the save, but the problem is why was Zitterman given the chance to be alone in the goalie for that amount of time? That is a problem for Hong Kong China. They must solve it. They didn't want to win the game. We've seen Zitterman, he can score. We need to be careful. Here comes Fuchs, unable to get the puck, intercepted by Hong Kong. Hong Kong players moving in place. Referee signaling. Puck went out of play. And face-off will be in the Israeli zone with 16:21 remaining in the second. Again, the score is 3-0 for Hong Kong, China. He's number 23, Gagulin. Gagulin's play not very evident tonight, as Hong Kong's speed has been a major factor in their lead. Here comes a wraparound from Hong Kong. Goalie made a last-second save. Racing to the puck, Cherniak tries to beat the Hong Kong defender, and was just outpaced by just half a step. Here comes Tim Peng all alone on the right side, takes a hit, sends it to the other side of the rink. 15:39 remaining. Here comes Zitterman and Graves. Graves on the left, Zitterman in the back. Leaves it for Zitterman. Zitterman, cross-ice pass, and no shot. Hong Kong comes the other way, 3-on-2 and on-man rush. Number 11, David Wong sends it to Tim Peng, number 16. Could not get a hold of the puck and sends it down deep for a change. Israel coming in. Zitterman, number 6, alongside with Graves in his back. Could not get through the 3 white shirts in front of him. 15 minutes remaining in the second. Hong Kong with a good pass on to the right to Brandon Lui, number 22. Back to Chan, long shot, glove down by Israel, sends it to the side of the rink. Centering pass to no one. Charniak sends it back down. Here's Refniaga. Refniaga still gives it back to Graves. Last minute poke check from number 3, Alexander Gao-Wei-Ran. Along the boards. Hong Kong coming. Al Hoi-Yong gives it to number 3, Gao-Wei-Ran. With a shot, this one high and wide. Puck going into the back. Here's a hit. And Israel coming the other way. Graves to Refniaga in the slot. Shoots blocked by Hong Kong. 14 minutes remaining. Here's a good pass to Brandon Lui. Quite a little out of reach of Lui. So he tapped it and goes in for a change. Wet Tin Lock on the left side, going in with speed. Brings it back for a shot. Oh, for a pass, and they score again. The 4th goal for 0 Hong Kong. Here comes Wet Tin Lock. Leaves it from behind and a cross-ice pass. Bang, bang play right there with the shot. He actually fanned on it. The puck hits the post. A lucky goal. But as the coaches would tell you, even if you have luck, you have to be there for the luck to work. So rushing towards the net, crashing the net, it's always something you need to do as a hockey player. Here comes Graves. Israel down by 4 goals. Coming from the left side, going in the back of the net. Turn around, shoots, could not get past Rexton Choi. Rexton, one of the biggest reasons for Hong Kong China to be up by 4 goals. Had it been me in net, we'd be losing by a whole bunch by now. He's just really good in terms of his positioning, his angles, his reflexes, and his confidence. It shows when you see him play. Right now, he's, as a lot of pro sports athletes will tell you, he is just in the zone right now. It is up to Israel to get into his mind, to wreck his form. A lot of coaches have different ways of dealing with a hot goalie. It could mean getting a player into him, stationing a player right in front of him, blocking his every view just to get him to be agitated. It could mean spraying him with ice, which I know it's a no-no, but as a goalie, you better believe these things do go on more than you think. Here comes Brandon Lui on the right side with a long shot, chest pad saved by Kozlov. Here is an icing call against Israel. If Hong Kong China can stay out of the box, they do have a really good chance of putting this game in their pocket. So now they have done the hardest thing, which is to score 4 goals and to lead Israel, the second team in standings, by the way. You've done the hard part. Now it's time to play calm, have a clear head, cool head, and you hope to finish the game and close it out. You do have a huge margin to play with. I don't mean park the bus and play defensively for 30 plus minutes. But at some point, you just need to tell your players, whatever the other team does, hey, just keep your hands to yourselves, stay calm, don't retaliate, get all the advantages you can for the team. Here is another shot by Tim Peng. 12-12 remaining in the second. Hong Kong still leading by 4. Here comes Israel. Graves calling for the puck. Now Hong Kong goes the other way. The speedy Hong Kong Chinese players, very effective this game. Here is Chan, missed the shot, Swift on it. Here is Alexandrovich on the left side, sends it down deep to Graves. Graves did not get close enough for the pass. Now they do with a one-timer. Fuchs. This one went wide. Perhaps Israel needs a little luck to the end. They are getting shots off, but not a lot of them are hitting. Very high tempo game, not a lot of defense playing. And now we have a delayed penalty against Israel. And Hong Kong is playing with an empty net. That's right. My apologies, the other way around. It's a delayed penalty against Hong Kong, China, and Israel playing without a goalie. And heading into the box. Number 11, David Anderson Wong. It's a slash for 2 minutes. And Israel will have a power play for 2 minutes. Keep an eye on the Israel lineups and expect line juggling going on at that bench. They do need some speed, or they need some body strength to counter the agile Hong Kong players. Here's a long shot, goalie made the save, and right after the contact, Rexon fell. All I could say was Rexon probably fell a little too easy, probably due to the exhaustion. And that's one of the reasons why the Israel players were complaining. And to his credit, to Rexon's credit, he doesn't seem to be letting the Israelis getting into this line. If you know he's going to be bumped and slashed and all that, a smart player in Rexon. You see the extra shot from behind Rexon. He's just keeping a cool head. And he is just a very, very smart goalie. We're watching. And right now he's playing the under-18 tournament. And we're looking forward to seeing him perform and shine in the adults or the senior tournament. 10:40 remaining in the second period as we move towards the halfway mark of the game. Here's a long shot and glove down by Rexon. Israeli players getting increasingly frustrated about not being able to get past Rexon Choi, and that is going to work funny things in their brains and mind. Here comes Sitzerman. Long shot blocked. Steered aside. Hong Kong still leading by 4. Here is a power play against Hong Kong. Still 50 seconds remaining in the power play. Israel regaining the form in this power play, it seems. Zitzerman, oh no, Zitzerman misplayed the puck. Lucky for him, his teammate is there. Charniak going back, corrals the puck to Graves. Graves to Zitzerman with speed. Zitzerman looking for a pass. Charniak all alone by himself, no shot. Zitzerman calling for the shot. This one glove bound by the goalie and for a whistle. How good can Rexton Troy be? It seems like the sky's the limit right now. And I'm sure coaches from around the tournament is looking and watching this game right now, putting together plans and strategies to beat this goalie. But right now Israel is trying every single way to try and beat him. Long shots, close short, cross ice passes. Nothing's getting past him right now at this moment. Goalies in ice hockey is a weird thing. Once you're in the zone, once you feel nobody in the world can beat you, then nobody can beat you. 9:04, teams are back to 5 apiece. And here is a whistle. It's another slashing call against Hong Kong, number 22, Brandon Lloyd. He is going into the box for 2 minutes. And here is a timeout for Israel. They're going to talk things over. I think it's a good time for them to use the timeout. See if they can regroup and find that winning, unbeatable Israel team 2 days ago. And in the other side, Hong Kong, you look at the players, every single one of them paying full attention to the coach. They know what they want. They know they want to win. And with all the locals coming out to watch them, the parents, the friends and families, with all that support, the pressure is on them to perform. As for Israel, they have nothing to lose. All they know is they want to chip at the lead, 1 goal at a time. Power play for Israel. Zitzerman, long shot, and they score! And surely, staying out of the box is one of the most important things you need to do when you have such a lead. Here, look at number 14, Revniaga. He should not be alone in front of the net for that long. This is not the first time we've seen this happen in this game, and the coaches need to identify the problem and let the players know. Just can't leave your goalie hanging out there like that. Yes, Rexton Choi has been amazing, but he's human. And that turbo in Rexton might wear off at some point in the game. It's not all about scoring. You need to play your defenses right. And that's why they're letting the goal up. Yes, I understand it's a power play. Here is another shot for Fuchs. Goalie made the save. Rexton unfazed by the goal scored against him. Hong Kong, China still in the lead with 3 goals. Here's another shot. Great save by Kozlov. Hong Kong on the right, going behind the net for a centering pass. One times it, and Kozlov made good with his glove. Look at a glove save. He didn't get it cleanly the first time. And he grabbed the puck out of midair to secure the face-off. Here is Zitzerman coming in all the way into center, cutting in. Alexandrovich with the puck. Zitzerman all alone. Look at all 5 Hong Kong players bunching up front, playing very, very shallow. It's going to come back and haunt them later in the game. You need to put some focus in defense. 7.5 minutes to go in the second. Hong Kong in front. Kasnachiev from the back. A little bump here, Zitzerman. Puck going the other way back behind Israel's net. Kasnachiev took a bump. Fans from both sides chanting for the team. What a wonderful atmosphere. Cherniak coming from the right side, cutting in! Intercepted by Tim Peng. This has to be the loudest crowd of this tournament so far. Huge crowds from both sides. And that is what ice hockey is all about. Here comes a sharp angle shot. Hong Kong with the puck in the neutral zone. 6.5 minutes to go in the second. Hong Kong in front by 3 goals. Hong Kong bring the puck back. Here is number 2, IX Chan. Gao Wei Ran. Gao goes in for a shot. Goalie made the save and held on to it for a face-up in his own zone. 6:12 remains in the second period. Goodkin to shoot. Vitzelman up front. He's a smart and fast player. Vitzelman, 1 shot, 2 shots. Goalie has it. And Vitzelman's complaining to the referee about the loose puck. Vitzelman, 1 shot, 2 shot. I do not see a loose puck. I don't see a loose puck, but they're complaining for sure. Now it's Hong Kong's turn to chant. Let's go Hong Kong, let's go, I hear. And now Israel coming back with their own chant. Israel, what a game. Another glove save by Rexton Choi. He didn't have to make that save as the puck was shot high, but it reached out and grabbed it as well. And each time a goalie hits a trapper save, crowds usually go wild, and that's also a confident boost for the goalie. 4-1 Hong Kong, still in front by 3 goals. So many Rexton Choi highlights in my broadcast kit. I'm not going to save this one for you guys. Just probably had enough. Another save by Rexton Choi. Shots on goal, pretty even, 34 to 32 in favor of Hong Kong. Both goalies getting a workout. And I can assure you the stamina level of Rexton Choi is world class. Seen him in local league games with 50 shots, 60 save, 50, 60 save performances. He's an Iron Man. .519 remains in the second. Israel able to cut down on the lead from 4 to 3. They're working on to get another goal. Here comes Zitzerman. Refniaga to Zitzerman. Cross ice pass, nice pass. Couldn't quite find Alexandrovich. Here comes Hong Kong out of their own zone. Intercepted by Israel. Charniak flips it to Dragonova. Kasnachiev gets it, swings it over to the other side to Zitzerman. Zitzerman moves past one, sharp angle shot, goalie makes the initial save. IX Chan with the rebound. Not a good dump. But hit an Israeli player. And now we have number 5, Alexander Cherko going the other way. Shark with the shot. Hits the backboard. Witzelman sends it up front. Receiving a little shove from the back. Hong Kong with so much speed. Players also getting in front of the net. That's a good thing for Hong Kong, and they had a rebound. Another rebound. When you crash the net, good things happen, as most, if not all, of the coaches will tell you. Here's another shot. Here is Witzelman with Grace in center. Knocked into the boards. 3.5 minutes remaining. Now 4 players trying to fish out the puck from the corner. Now they do, and we have a delayed penalty against Hong Kong again. Here is another shove, and there's the whistle, and we'll see what the referee says. Zitzerman, very cool, telling his teammates to calm down. Hey, we have a power play. Let's calm down. It's a slashing call with boos from around the rink. Slashing to number 2, IX on puck Chan. For 2 minutes, and Israel getting a power play opportunity. Boys, just stay away from the box. No matter what happens, here is Zitzerman. To Charniak, a long shot. Look out, in front of the net is Refniaga. Hong Kong racing for the puck. It's a 2-on-2. Centering pass, it's in midair, players running each other, no calls. Here comes Zitzerman, 3-on-3. Zitzerman spins around, gets it to number 4, Alexandrovich. Zitzerman, Alexandrovich spins around, fighting for puck possession. Here it's Zitzerman fighting and lets off a shot, hits number 12, Isaac Luka Chan. Charniak, Zitzerman. 1 minute 15 remaining in the power play. Here's a centering pass to number 4, Alexandrovich. Shot deflected, and now puck is off the boards into the Israeli bench. 2:27 remaining in the second. 1:07 remaining in the power play. Hong Kong still hanging on to a 3-goal lead. But you do get the sense Israel is coming back bit by bit. Can Hong Kong fend off the relentless Israelis? Chirk with a dump. 59 seconds remaining in a power play. Graves across the blue line. Graves moves in, back to Fuchs. To Charniak. Charniak with a long shot, redirected, rebound. Graves back to Charniak. 38 seconds here. Hong Kong gets a chance to send it back out. Wraps around, hangs on to the puck. That's a very smart play. Zitzerman on the left side. Direct shot, goalies make the save again. There has to be more than 200 in attendance today. Just by my personal observation. Now face up in the Hong Kong zone with 19 seconds remaining in the power play. And net guards dropping everywhere, every single game. Here is Israel with the pass to Zitzerman. Hong Kong, oh no, player without a stick. Now he gets it. Centering pass, Ao Young, and they score! 5-1. That's great teamwork. The assist goes to the bench by handing him the stick. Puck goes up without a stick. Handing him the stick is somebody from the bench. Allows him to get the cross-ice pass to Ao Young, and he scores. I was thinking, oh no, he's without a stick. And like magic, a magician whipping out a rabbit from a tall hat, the Hong Kong bench whips out a new stick for him, and he was able to make the pass, scoring the 5th goal, a short-handed goal. That's an amazing moment for this Hong Kong China team. Minute 22 remaining. Here comes Hong Kong again. Here's Tim Peng. Peng to Chan. That's a borderline too many men, not called. Here comes number 7, Wang Cheng Yu. Runs into the goalie, and the referee immediately stopped play as Wang Cheng Yu in the crease, impeding motion for the goalie. The face-off is going to be brought outside of the Israel zone. Oh, and there's a little chip there. Wang Cheng Yu giving Zitzerman a little shot, and now the linesperson is signaling the referee, telling him what happens. And here comes the Israelis complaining. Unfortunately, the cameras did not get that on the record. But Wang Cheng Yu did give Zitzerman a shot. It may or may not have touched Zitzerman, but Zitzerman has surely reacted. Now the goalie coach, the coaches from the Hong Kong bench signaling for his teammates, for his team to be calm, to keep calm, and that's one of the most important things for these young men to learn. You just need to keep calm whatever the conditions are and the situation. You are wearing the jersey that represents the region you live in, and all actions that you do represents Hong Kong, China, or Israel, depending on the team you're in. And now I do not know whether the linesman's report to the referee will have any effect on penalties. But surely the referee, the officiating crew is having a huddle, and captain for Israel, Yevgeny Gagarin, is waiting outside of the referee's crease. And now comes Hong Kong's captain, Wang Tian Lam. And the linesman explaining or listening to both captains. And it's very unfortunate we do not have the action on footage, as our camera buddy Timmy Poons focusing on something else. Maybe he just nodded off. I have no idea. Here's another Here's the shot right there. Now we see it. Here's the shot right there. And that shot was caught by the linesman, not the referee. Now the officiating crew is still going. So we have this on a reverse angle. Sorry, I didn't know. It's right there. A shot on Zitzerman by Wang Qingyu. They do not do a review, but the linesman caught the action and reported to the referee immediately. Now I do not know what happens. It's a three-man officiating system, and linesperson do communicate with the referee in case if the referee missed anything. Now linespersons do not have the power to call any penalties, but they do have the responsibility to be the referee's eyes and ears and report to the referee what they see and hear. I don't quite understand the commotion going around right now. It's a huge delay, and it seems that the linesman is asking for somebody for the Hong Kong bench to go into the box, if I'm reading their body language right. Wang Qingyu is off the ice. Well, Wang Tianlam has been ejected. I don't know why at least he's out. Well, it's a major penalty. but that's on serving the penalty is number 18, Zhang Ho Yim. But it certainly has to do with, here is another shot by IX Chan after the fact. Now, the boys will just have to be calm. There's no way they're going to lose this game because they're not willing to remain calm. They're up by 4 goals. Here is a push. I will say Revniaga did fall down a little easy, but it's not the first time this game, and he's not the only one who's doing it. That's all I will say. 35 seconds to go. I'm hoping for the intermission to come as soon as possible, because hockey like this is not fun to watch. We want clean, hard-hitting hockey games instead of play being bogged down like so. It's a 5-minute major penalty. And here comes Graves on the left, block shot. Watson lock with the puck. That would do it. 5-1. Hong Kong still leading. And they will continue to lead into the third period. But, that's a big but. Israel has a 4-minute and 1 second penalty in their hands. And they will start the third period with a huge advantage. That'll do it for now for the second period. And we'll take a short break. When we're back, by just before the period ends, Israel, number 14, Revniaga, in the box for 2 minutes. I'll take the time to sort everything out, and hopefully after this break I can have concrete answers for our viewers around the world. We'll take a break right now. See you in 17 minutes. We welcome you back to Discovery Bay in Hong Kong, China. We are playing the third and final game for today, which is Hong Kong, China versus Israel in the IIHF Ice Hockey Under 18 World Championships. After 2 periods, the shots on goals, Israel with 38, Hong Kong, China with 37. Face-offs, Israel is dominating by a huge margin, 31 versus 20. Power play goals, both teams with 1 each. And penalty minutes, 10 penalty minutes for Israel and 39 for Hong Kong, China. And that includes the game misconduct towards the end of the second period. Just to update our viewers, Hong Kong player number 7, Wang Qingyu, he was sent off for a major penalty for cross-checking, and he was also assessed a game misconduct penalty, and that would mean an automatic review from the disciplinary board of the IIHF. And towards the end of the second period, number 14 for Israel, Dan David Rapniaga, he's assessed a 2-minute minor for slashing. And here we go. .1937 remaining in the third and final period. 5-1 to score. Hong Kong up by 4 goals. Both teams had a chance to talk things over during the intermission. It's a long intermission of 18 minutes. We'll see what these talks can do. Oh, here's Rexton Choi with a save. Here's another slash. Alexandrovich complaining to the referee about the slash and nothing doing. .1910 remaining. Thanks to the Rink staff here. One of our wireless transmitter just ran out of batteries. Oh! That's a nice goal by Hong Kong, China. So much about batteries. They scored. Here's an entry on the right side. Initial shot, bad rebound, and that's 6-1. And Israel, after surrendering the 6th goal, decided to play their backup goalie, number 1, Nick Gordon. Michael Kozlov There's more shoving going on in in center ice. Isaac Chan with a pass tipped in by Fuchs. Here's another slash. The boys got to keep it clean. Here is a penalty. Israel with an empty net as they play the delayed penalty. And here comes more disciplinary problems with these two teams. As Hong Kong player Tim Pang touches the puck. Knew it's going to be, the play is going to be stopped. Decided to shoot the puck into the empty net. That's a no-no. It's an unwritten rule in the hockey books. And there it looks like there's going to be multiple penalties around here. Number 24, Henrik Peng with 4 minutes. He's going to be in the box for 4 minutes. Hong Kong's going to be playing short-handed, 2-man short. Probably the good time to talk about the batteries. one of our wireless transmitters, video transmitters ran out of battery. I was thinking about I ought to be running towards the thing and get the batteries changed. And our good friends at the Rink came and asked for a battery and volunteered to get it replaced for me. Great team here. But on ice, it's a different story. Here's a shot mask saved by Rexton as the shot hit the mask. Hong Kong having to defend a 5-on-3 power play. Here is another shot from the back. If anything, the poor discipline is gonna cost him the game. Here is a post. Hong Kong battling along the boards. Two white shirts already in the along the boards, leaving number 5 Alexander Turk alone. Zitzerman going in for a shot. Goalie, rebound, and they score. It's going to happen when you play a 5-on-3 and with a team like Israel. You have to remember, Israel is unbeaten so far in the tournament. They've played Turkey, very, very strong opponents. Now they're down, and once they see this opportunity, they are going to strike. And now there's another discussion on which penalty is going to come off the boards. And the first penalty to Henrik Pang coming off. Henrik Pang going into the board, 2 minutes for tripping and another 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct. So for Israel, there's still a 2-man penalty, or 2-man advantage for another 52 seconds. And after that, if they don't score, they still have more than a minute. Here comes Israel, smooth sailing all the way in. Hong Kong with just 3 defenders. Here is Zitzerman. Going in, Graves, Charniak, Zitzerman, back to Charniak. Charnia, Zisserman with one-timer, goalie made the save and the rebound swept away by Hong Kong. Dangerous moment right there, 20 seconds remaining in the penalty to number 18, Zhang Ho Yim. The major penalty he's serving for Wang Qingyu. Wet 10 lock in center ice. That's the end of the penalty, the first penalty. Now they still have Henrik Pang's penalty to serve for another 50 seconds. 6-2 to score. Here comes Graves. Fans on the shot. Zitterman to Graves. Graves with a shot through traffic, gloved down by Rexton Tweed. Chaotic game here tonight. 6-2 to score, 39 more seconds in the penalty for Henrik Pang. The Israelis has climbed back by a goal, but they're still down by 4. IX Chan from behind the net. Gao Wei Ran gets the puck. Decides not to clear it. That's a puzzling move. You're on penalty kill. Disciplined way to play it. You get the puck, you just ice it down the ice, fire the puck down the ice. That's what every single coach would tell you in that situation. Here's Zitzerman, 4 more seconds, a long shot. Pass saved by the goalie. Here is the penalized player coming back on ice, and both teams are back to 5 apiece. Fuchs stationed right in front of the goalie. Charniak, and a rebound by Fuchs, stands on the puck, and now Hong Kong coming in. Tim Pang going in after past one player, going to the other. Ran into the boards by number 19, Daniel Fuchs. No calls there as Zitzerman comes into play. 2-on-2, backhand shot. Goalie had a piece of it. Number 10, Ethan Lau with a shot on number 22. Daniel Goodkin. Fuchs with the puck. Zitzerman slap shot. Hits the stick and puck bounced around for a stoppage now. Too many men I saw. The linesman signaling towards the Hong Kong Chinese bench. And what's not going well for Hong Kong China is continuing and rolling down the hill as they will receive yet another penalty. This one a bench minor. Serving the bench minor penalty will be captain number 8, Wang Tan Lam. Also mean Israel would be on another power play. Chi Chinguo was able to send it forward. Wetton Lock chasing after the puck. Very aggressive forward checking, I'd say. Minute 39 remaining. Now here comes Israel. Momentum shifting more and more towards the Israelis as they're getting more and more power play opportunities and thus creating more offensive chances. Here's a shot. Puck just slid through the crease with nobody picking up the puck. 13:30 remaining in the game, a minute 19 in the power play. Here is Zitzerman. You know he's dangerous. Here's a shot, hits the post. Loud ping. When you hear a ping that loud, you know the goalie's happy. You know the shot's not going in, probably. Gets it out. into the neutral zone. Zitterman sideways passing. 51 seconds. Here comes a sharp point blank shot. Goalie made a pad save. Here comes Hong Kong. Ao Hoi Young, Henrik Pang in the center. That's very aggressive forward checking for Hong Kong. And now Ao Hoi Young has to hustle back to join the defense. Tae Chi-man with the puck, sends it to Ayak Chan. Fires it down, high stick. Last touch by Zitterman. And it's a high stick call as his teammate received the high stick in their own zone. 4 more seconds to the bench minor penalty to Hong Kong, China, and face-off will be in the Israeli zone. They're probably, most likely, and possibly, that would do it for the power play. 3 more seconds. Israel chips it up front, and it's an offside call. Six to 2 as the clock ticks down. Hong Kong is looking more and more like the favorites here tonight. Tim Pang going into the shot, this one high. Kavasha chasing after the puck, keeps it in the zone. Dennis Sakchuk to Kavasha. The third line pairing from Israel chips it in as they wait for their top line to recuperate. Now under 11.5 minutes remaining in regulation. Wang with the puck. Goes into the opposing player. Hong Kong with the puck. Slides it to the left. Sawchuk sends it forward along the boards. Here's an elbow into the boards. Here's Graves. Slightly impeded. That's enough. That's another sloppy change from Hong Kong. Not called. Gagarin. Gao. Number 3. Cross ice to Alexander Churk. No icing there. And now Israel sends it the other way, and it's an icing call against Israel with 10:20 remaining in regulation. 6-2 to score. Hong Kong leading by 4 goals. Ten minutes remaining in the final period. Here is shot from the back. Hong Kong regrouping in their own zone. Watson Lock with speed. Takes the body, retains possession. Sharp angle shot. Here's Israel with a long shot. Shots on goals. Israel 51. Hong Kong, China 40. If you believe in statistics, Israel is going to come back. But sometimes a hot goalie can be the difference between winning a game and not winning a game. There's a difference in terms of shots on goals of 11 shots. Here is another shot behind Israel, a delayed penalty against Hong Kong, China. Again, they just can't seem to keep themselves out of the box. And here is a shot. And now we have another stoppage. Number 21 goes into the box. Zhu Qijinor. A charge was the call. 2 minutes in the box again. They do have 4 goals in hand. And if they continue to decide to hand these goals back to Israel, that lead is not going to last very long. Right now, Rexton Choi is the biggest reason why Hong Kong China is still in the lead. Here is Hong Kong China coming in. Lost opportunity. Here comes Israel with Daniel Fuchs. Fuchs, not a good pass there. Fires it down the ice. That's a proper penalty kill play. Forechecking up front is Brendan Lui. Now with speed, Charnier coming in, circles around. Bitzelman going in place right in front of the goalie. Zitzerman, shot, rebound, this one wide. Golden opportunity for Bitzelman as Zitzerman had a long shot. Here comes Israel again, shot, goalie made the save, rebound picked up by Israel. Players trying to dig the puck out. A lot of shoving and pushing and hitting. And now coming up with the puck is Fuchs. Spins around. Back to Zitzerman. Zitzerman with a long shot. This one wide. 7:06 remaining. 30 seconds remaining in power play. Long shot. Goalie made the save. A lot of saves. How long can Rexton Choi last this game? Puck out of the neutral zone. Hong Kong goes in for a change. Zitzerman still strong. Long shot, tip, rebound, and he score! 6-3. You can't give away power plays like that all game long. With a team like Israel, they are going to come and bite back. That's a hustle goal. There's nothing the goalie can do. He was spent sprawling. What more can you ask from Rexton Choi? He's saved 50 plus goals. And now you leave him in front of the net all alone by himself. And now he might be hurt. Hopefully it's just an equipment issue with his straps needing to be tied. I certainly hope so. And now Israel is taking the opportunity to have a quick huddle now. The goalie shouldn't be there. The goalie should remain in his own crease instead of going to the bench. If he goes to the bench, he has to be substituted. Lucky for Israel, the referee's letting them go. I know, because I'm a goalie. Now the lead has been cut down to 3. Today we witnessed a great comeback just one game ago. Now, will Israel have the opportunity to do the same? I personally think Hong Kong, China is firmly on the driver's seat. They have the ability to decide where they want to go with this game. And right now, that rests entirely on the players on ice. But you better know, Israel is not giving up. Here is another shot. The crowd shouts for a penalty, but there's none. It's Tim Peng Zitzerman. Under 6 minutes to go, 3-goal game. Here comes Israel on the right side, running into 2 white shirts. Zitzerman with the puck, cutting into the slot. Poked away in the final second. Shots and jabs, both players, both teams. Here comes Hong Kong with number 11, Wong, David Wong. Cuts in, and a slapper. Fiercely blocked by Rapniaga. He quickly joins the attack. Hong Kong, Tim Peng, number 16, 5-13. Here's Brandon Lamb on the left side, going in, pushing the other players into the boards. Under 5 minutes. Here is Fuchs. Zitzerman calling for the pass. And now we have another whistle. Players exchanging words. Can both teams remain calm and close out the game in a sportsmanlike fashion? .447 remaining in the game. 3 goals separates these two teams. There is enough time for Israel to climb back. There is. It's unlikely, but it's possible. If they want to come back, they better do something now. And for the hero for Hong Kong, China, Rexton Chui, he has 4 minutes and 45 more seconds to play until he can take a well-deserved rest for less than 24 hours. Rexton Choi, very experienced with high volume games. .56 shots versus 43 shots, with the advantage going to Israel. Nearing the end of the game. Here's the backhander and a blocker save by Rexton. That's a good clean hit. Tripped by Zitzerman. A small trip, but that's enough to take away puck possession, and that's the line he crossed. So Israel is going to play a man short for another 2 minutes. It's not so bad that they have to play a man short, but they have 2 minutes less, 2 fewer minutes to mount a comeback. So they now have to be playing short-handed. Hong Kong, China with the shot, long shot, rebound, and a quick whistle as the Hong Kong player was determined to be impeding the goalie's motions inside the crease. Face-off will be moved outside of the zone into the neutral zone. 4:13 remaining in today's game. 3-goal lead by Hong Kong. Goodkin fires the puck down the ice. No icing, of course, as they're down a man. Here's a near side tip. Just barely missed. Minute 25 remaining in the power play. Long shot. Hit a leg. Rebniaga, the second time he got shot on the leg. Limping. Goalie held on to the puck for a face-off. Rebniaga was limping because he was shot on the leg. The limping leg caught a Hong Kong China player. The two players had a verbal exchange, let's put it that way. 3.5 minutes remain. This is a very important game for Hong Kong China, as this game directly affects their chances of medaling, or perhaps the chances of gaining promotion. Here comes Israel in front. Fuchs steers it towards net. 50 seconds until the penalty expires. Here comes Hong Kong. Perhaps the forecheck a little too aggressive now with Hong Kong on a 4-on-2, but they decided to go all alone by themselves. And now Israel comes the other way. Fuchs in center, passes to Fuchs. Hong Kong coming the other way. 25 more seconds to go in the power play. Wong to the side. Stolen by Fuchs. Wong looked tired, so he went into the bench for a change. Out comes Wet Tin Lock with a shot deflected wide. Hong Kong with the rebound, and both teams now back to 5 apiece. Hong Kong with number 21, Zhu Ji Jinnuo, standing in front of the goalie. Now the far side, 2 minutes remaining in the third period. Here's a shot blocked by Israel. Now Zitzerman coming in from the right side. In center, it's number 11. Zitzerman to number 11, and they score! 6-4. They are not going away. They keep coming back. Under 2 minutes to go, they score. And now a tie is within reach. Just 2 goals. One simple move, Adik beats the sprawling goalie in Rexton Choi. Rexton saved 50 plus goals, 50 plus shots today's game, and now a minute 40 run remaining in the game. Can Israel mount the comeback? And if I lose my voice tomorrow, it's this game. Here comes Israel again on the right side. Blocked by Hong Kong China. Jerk. The number 22, Brendan Loy, with a pass. Goalie made the save. Minute 12 remaining. Rebounded by Hong Kong. Sends it back out to number 2, IX Chan. Israel very eager to come back with 59 seconds remaining, down by just 2 goals. You better think Witzelman are going to be on ice. It's Witzelman, Fuchs, Shayla Graves, the speediest, the fastest, but this Witzelman could not be substituted because it was a late change. Here is Witzelman coming in from the right side, behind the net. He lost his footing. Sandwiched between 2 Hong Kong players. In comes Graves. 42 seconds remaining. Hong Kong still up by 2 goals. Israel gets the puck, maintains possession. Here's Charniak in front of the goal. Rebound. Goalie falls down and covers the shot. Six, 6-4 Hong Kong. 31 seconds to go. Every single Hong Kong China fan nervous, on their toes. If they are not chanting, they're biting out their fingernails. Just 31 more seconds. Hong Kong with the unlikely win over the second seeded team in the tournament right now. Witzelman, Fuchs, rebound, Witzelman! Hong Kong iced it, 16 more seconds, that will do it. Hong Kong is going to come out as winners in this game. Here comes Israel for one final hurrah, and here comes the shot by Witzelman, and Hong Kong wins the game outright in regulation. Rexton Choi, the hero. And Hong Kong, Tim Pang, if you win, you win. Celebrate with your teammates and not with the other team. Beautiful win by Hong Kong. As much as I criticize Hong Kong China for their lack of discipline, you gotta give it for them for using their speed, their agility, their skills, their willingness to listen to their coaches, and using their advantage to the maximum. And you also have to give them credit for not being afraid to challenge Israel for a win. They did not go into the game thinking the game was lost. And now they are reaping the benefits from the game. Now they need to work on the discipline, and we do not know if Wang Qingyu will be suspended or not, because it's going to be an automatic review by the disciplinary panel. But that's a great win. Hong Kong 6, Israel 4. Congratulations. And now the best players for both teams. David Brebniaga, the best player for Israel. Hong Kong with this win, they catapult themselves over Turkey into second place. Hong Kong, the best player of the game, with no doubt, Rexton Chui, the hero of the game. Hong Kong is now in second place in standings as they leapfrog over Israel and Turkey into second place. There is a real chance Hong Kong can challenge for promotion, but because they've lost to Uzbekistan, they will have to have a lot of things fall in the right way for them to gain promotion. But at least for the moment, Hong Kong is now in second place. Congratulations to Hong Kong, China. And this win with Hong Kong, China just made the tournament so much more interesting, as the standings now are all over the place. Without leapfrog, I am unable to finish the standings graphics in time because it involves switching places for 3 teams. But do trust me, if you want to figure out the latest standings, head on to IIHF.com for the latest team standings. What a win. I'm going home for a for a good night's sleep, and I'll see you. Oh, no, wait. There is more for tomorrow. Tomorrow's game. Whoops. A little too excited. Tomorrow's game at 13 o'clock. Uzbekistan versus Bulgaria. 4:30. New Zealand versus Israel. And the final game, that would be a good one. 8:30. Hong Kong, China versus Turkey. Turkey. I'm all out of my voice now, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. Good night, and see you.